Good morning and welcome back to the IPF Open Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships. We are on our final day of this competition. I think it's day 10.
Day 10,
Day
it
10.
is.
And we have we have two sessions this morning. We have first of all the ladies heavyweight and super heavyweight classes, and then we move into the big boys in about an hour. My name's Jo Whiteley. It is my pleasure to be here all week this week with Gary Williams. And we have a really good session coming up. We have some big names coming up here. We're going to run this as one group. We have the 84 kilo class and the 84 plus kilo class all running together. And we're seeing some familiar names as well. Quite a few. I can see at least 3 people in this group lifted last week in the equipped. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do next.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting last couple of days too. And I think today we're going to see some really big numbers. I was just looking at the board then, and I don't recall Pochenko having put in a 140 opener. I think she may have changed that before the start, so that is a monster opening lift.
Yeah, I think that's a good shout. I can see there's a change on the board. So that's 140. It's only 7.5 kilos off the world record. So chances are we might see a run at that today, but she's got to get one on the board first.
Yeah.
It's her own world record that she set in Tokyo. But she's lifted a lot recently. She lifted at the UK Arnold. She lifted equipped last week. So it's a big toll on the body.
Yeah, we've seen how much that takes its toll.
We are underway now, and we have Sevilla Sakute from Lithuania. She's in the 84s, and she has asked for 62.5 kilos to open her account.
Yeah, the last few days we have seen everything. All the tactics come out. The last minute changes, trying to push your opponent out first.
The 76s in particular was just a
been
phenomenal session. If you're going to go back and watch any session at all, go back and watch the 76s. But here we have Sakute on the platform right now.
A little slow off the chest, but I think that was a bit of nerves more than anything. Yeah, I thought I saw her butt lift there.
Let's just see if we can catch that on the replay. Yeah, she's off the bench.
Yeah, she definitely comes off the bench there.
Well, it's a nervous thing to be coming out first, and it's an intimidating platform, let's face it. You're coming out, there's lights, there's cameras, there's IPF referees, the world is watching. It's hard to do your best work under those circumstances. We have Lena Weinberger next from Lithuania. She's also in the 84s, and she's asked for 80 kilos.
This should be a good opening lift, I think.
Yeah, nice and
moved
easy.
Really well. She's got a long way to move that bar, though. 3 white lights, that's how it's done.
And next up we have from Canada, Lydia North. We've had a few Canadian lifters here this week, not so many.
Not a huge team, but I think, it's such a long way to travel, and with all the travel restrictions at the moment, it does make for a tough decision.
Long haul travel is never easy when you're coming out to lift, because it's, jet lag is a real thing, and coming all this way and the food's different and you've travelled a long way, it's really hard to do.
Yeah, and I think no matter how good you're feeling after that, I think you really still need to be that extra little bit conservative on the opening lift after a long haul travel.
So here's Lydia. She has benched 95.5 for the Canadian record in the past, so 90 should be safe. It's her first time lifting outside Canada. So this will be a big moment for her.
Yeah, it's a whole new experience now.
Nice.
Oh, that's a great opening lift.
Really good.
That will boost her confidence through the roof, I think.
She keeps her body nice and stable, keeps her butt down. She's a little bit high on the bench, so she's not got
I
too
think
much butt
as a
down.
coach, I'd probably be talking about that for the next lift. If the weight gets heavier, she's going to have to be a little bit more aware of that.
So we have teammates now in the 84 plus category for 92.5. Again, it's her first time lifting outside Canada. She's benched 97.5 in the past. So hopefully this will move well.
Yeah, I think it should. I mean, it's 5 kilos below her best lift. It really just depends on how much the travel and everything has affected her. Not much at all by the look of it.
That's a great opener.
And it's a great feeling of confidence when you get that first lift on the board. The nerves relax. You start to focus on what you really want to do.
We have Kinga Mochilowska coming out next from Poland. She's in the 84s and she's asked for 95 kilos. Taking the time with the setup.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's important to get your setup right, but you just want to make sure you give yourself enough time as well. So
she's only got 20 seconds on the clock at this point, so hopefully,
yeah, I mean,
she's got
enough time to get a command. I'd hate to see what would happen if she got a re-rack though. And 3 white lights.
So we have Aziza Abduramova coming out next for Kazakhstan. Did she lift in the equipped?
Yes, I think so. If not, I've definitely seen her lift before. It's a familiar face.
Have a quick look. I think we've seen her this week, but you know, there's been nearly
so many people
lifters through.
We try our best to keep track and know who everyone is all the time, but sometimes.
Yes, she was bronze medalist in the equipped, so she's already lifted once.
Yeah, so
this
I mean,
week.
this is well below her personal best, so she should manage this quite well. Doesn't look overly stable though. She handles it well. She's a little bit hesitant on the chest there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But she gets it quite well.
But she's on the board.
Yeah, I mean, and she's in a position where she just needs to put the numbers on the board and just see where the chips fall.
Next up we have Brit, Katrina Swetman. She lifted in the equipped. She took the bronze medal in the equipped a few days ago.
Now, did she fly home after this?
She did. She flew straight home and she's flown back out again because she lifted last Sunday, so it was a full week to wait for the rest of the competition. But travelling that much does take it out of you. She's opening 5 kilos below her best. We're more used to seeing Kate lift equipped, but she's a big raw bencher too. Paul Marsh coaching there today, one of Britain's top coaches.
Oh, I think she might get caught on jumping that.
Yeah, it just looked like she was about to go. It might be.
Yeah, she did get. Well, she got the 2 reds from the side referees there.
It did look to me like she'd started to go, but it didn't look like that to the centre referee.
Yeah, I think Paul's going to go for a walk to the jury.
It jumped on the chest. Yeah, that's a difficult one. So we have Zadira Bukampatova, and I think she also lifted in the equipped competition. Yep, silver medalist in the equipped. In fact, this is a rematch. We have the top 3 places in the equipped. We're coming back to do the raw. Yeah.
You know, that looked tough on the way down in the descent, but the press was fantastic.
Well, she benched 170 in the shirt and made a short work of that. So she's gone into the lead for the moment in the 84. Still quite a few more lifts to come in the openers. Ina Orobets lifted again. She lifted in the equipped. She is an M2 lifter. Yep. She's been refereeing in between.
Yeah, she's had a very busy week, not just lifting, but she has been out there refereeing as well. And she's also just in the Masters 2 this year.
Yeah, just popped up in M2s, 50 years old, but still competitive in the Open.
Oh, fantastic.
Lovely.
That was clearly the referee experience into there. Knew exactly how to time those commands. Stops the bar perfectly and gets the quick press command.
Zenia Okatenko from Kazakhstan. She's going to come out for 120.
Now, I think we saw her lift as well.
Yeah, she didn't have a great day in the equipped. She didn't make a successful lift.
So she'll be wanting to rectify that here, and this opener will certainly put her in a good position.
Yeah, that looked good.
And that's a good way to start. She gets one red light there. And she gets the 2 whites, and that puts her on the board.
2-1 is good enough. The blue card can be for downward movement of the bar or lockout. Now we have Lyudmila Pochenko. She's lifted quite a lot recently. Like we said, she was at the UK Arnold,
she's
took
had a
the
very busy
first
schedule.
place there. She took first place in the equipped last Sunday.
And this is a monster opening lift.
She had a go at the world
140.
record in the equipped, so I'm thinking if this goes well, she'll have a go at the world record in the classic too. 140 on the bar.
Oh, yeah, she's getting fired up for this one. She's not going to let anything get away from her.
Careful explanation of what she requires.
140 kilos. It's just 7.5k shy of the current world record.
Which is her own from Japan. Won her class in Japan. She won the classic and was second in the equipped. This time she's already won the equipped.
Well,
and that puts her a long way ahead in the classic.
Fantastic. I think you've just said the gold medal's mine. You guys can fight out for the silver and bronze.
That was a superb lift. And we are not done yet.
We certainly aren't.
Agnes Shabo, legendary bencher from Hungary, is opening with 140 kilos.
Yeah, and that should be a very easy opening lift for her. She's selected something that's quite well below what she's capable of. She's taken everything into consideration. She's looked at the field and said, well, I don't need to do anything crazy.
She's the reigning world champion. She won out in Japan.
Wow.
That was so
and
easy.
She's going to be hard to beat here as well.
She has the European record at 148. That looks like she could just put 150 straight on there.
Yeah, that moved like an absolute warm-up. And she picked that well, though. She's looked at the field and she's gone, you know what, I'm just going to get something that I know I can manage on any single day of the week and get it on the board.
So here we have the standings. Pochenko a long way out in the lead in the 84s and Szabo in the same position in the 84 plus. And we go into round 3 now. This is Sevilla Sakute, Lithuania. She missed this first time out. She doesn't look like it's troubling her too much. She looks quite relaxed.
Yeah, I'd imagine her coach has really been out there keeping her in the right frame of mind. And that is the key when you miss that opener, is to have someone just putting you in the right frame of mind so it's not, you know, that panic moment when you walk out for that second attempt.
She's lifted in the Europeans before, but this is her first World Championship, and she's not had too much competition experience since lockdown.
That looks good. I didn't see too much movement around the body then. It is
And
3
she's
white
on the
lights.
board.
And she's very, you can see the relief.
So we have Lena Weinberger from Lithuania next, also in the 84s. And she's coming out for 85.
Yeah, so this is just shy of her best lift, I think. But our opener moved very well.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it looks like she drove forward a little bit there.
It just looked like she just lost all tightness and abandoned all control at the bottom.
Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, she got a little bit out of sorts there, and then her elbows popped forward. She drove in the wrong direction.
Okay, so we have Lydia North coming out next. She opened at 90, she's gone up to 95.
So 95 kilograms. She did a great opening lift.
This matches her best or thereabouts. But I don't have any results for her for this year, so...
Yeah, look, and it's probably been quite difficult. I mean, a lot of the internationals have been, throughout Europe.
That's a great lift.
Yeah, that was a great lift.
And Canada's had some of the stricter restrictions on gym opening and the like, so it's hard to really get a sense of where people are, but that was a great second attempt for Lydia North. And we have her teammate out next, April Goodfellow, in the 84 plus class, and she's gone all the way up to 100 kilos.
Yeah, it's a big jump, 7.5. She seems confident though.
Her opener was super easy.
It's not unusual to see some bigger increments when we get into the bigger weight classes. And no problems with that one. It looks like a good lift.
And that's a PB for her on the world stage.
She's a very interesting foot position.
That's a long way turned out, isn't it?
I don't think I can physically turn my feet that far.
Keeps the hips down though.
But it does, it keeps the hips down and it works very well.
Kinga Mushidlowska from Poland, 102.5. She's also gone up 7.5, and this will put her on the podium for the moment.
Yeah, I mean, this is a reasonably big increment, 7.5 kilos. But it does push her up into the mix.
Now, there's quite a bit of leg drive there.
Yeah, you could see when she got the press command. She gets the 3 wide lines, but she has a very odd response to the press command. Where she really sort of twists her elbows in a different direction. But she gets it on the board.
Aziza Abdurimova, Kazakhstan, for 105 to move back ahead onto the podium.
Gets those feet back such a long way.
You just be careful they're not touching the rack though.
And this has been a problem for a number of Kazakhstani lifters.
She's not getting the start command.
And I think that's the reason.
All 3 referees still have their hands in the air.
So she hasn't got a lot of time. She's going to go through the whole setup again. And I think that's what you need to really consider when you've got such a setup. And
1 second to go.
She just got in there. Nope. Yeah, it was too much for her after that.
Yeah, it's so hard to set up so quickly again, and if you do have a long setup, this is a risk for you.
It is a real problem when you've got such long, intricate setups.
So we have Kate Swetman. She's gone up. She missed her opener. She had a funny little twitch on her. It looked like she'd beat the press command, or it was a double bounce, I'm not sure.
Yeah, the weight was not heavy at all. I think it really was just
The weight was comfortable for her, but this always makes us nervous in raw bench when someone goes up with nothing on the board.
Yeah, it's not a position where you can adjust the shirt and get a little bit more out of it.
But she's a great bencher, so hopefully this will go well. Nice.
That looks a lot better. Yeah. Honestly, I think on the first one, I think the nerves and the excitement and everything, even with all that experience, I think it just got a little bit overwhelming, and she just jumped a little bit. But she had it perfect on that one.
Zadira Bukampatova, Kazakhstan. She's in a fairly solid second place there. I don't think she'll be challenged for it, and first place is out of reach, so she can just run her own race now.
Yeah, I can't see her taking a shot at the gold medal there, and second position is probably third position is probably a bit far back as well.
So she will probably take matching silvers home from this competition. Oh,
good
nice.
press.
Yeah, that was great.
It's always nice to leave a competition with a matching pair. Yeah, she's a little bit unsteady on the bench, a little bit of lateral movement. Once she gets that press command, it all seems to sort itself out.
In Urabets, Ukraine. 120 on the bar.
And this is a good decision lift here. It's not a huge increment, but it keeps her in touch to take a run at that silver.
I think it moves her ahead, actually.
It does temporarily put her in the silver.
Yeah. She is lighter body weight than Okatenko.
Yeah, I think this is a really wise second lift. Very nicely done. Yeah, very nice lift. Puts her in a really good position to try and move up and stay up in that silver medal position now.
Zenia Okatenko, she will be looking to take that second place back from Urabets.
Yeah, so 122.5, it's a small increment, which is interesting to see in this weight class.
We thought
2.5.
she had more. Yeah. I wonder if maybe it's just about staying ahead in second.
Yeah, look, I think she's doing a little bit of energy conservation there. I mean, 2.5 kilos is enough to keep her ahead, and then she's still got plenty of energy in the tank to put a bigger number on if she needs to.
She's not going to catch Jabo.
Yeah.
So I think maybe just stay ahead of Urabets and make sure she takes the silver. Speaking of which, here is Agnes Shabo, Hungary. I kind of thought she might take...
Yeah, I thought she might take a little bit of a bigger jump.
I was kind of expecting 147 here, maybe step up to 152 for the world record.
Yeah, I think she still might probably step up for the world record. I would imagine if this moves well.
Yeah, it would give her a bigger jump to a third than from a second, which is unusual, not unheard of, obviously. And she's a phenomenal bencher. Many-time world champion.
Yeah, that moved really well. I think it's a little bit of energy conservation.
Maybe so, maybe so. And here we go with Lyudmila Pochenko, attempting a world record, not for the first time in this competition.
No, we sort of expected this with her from her opening lift. It moved so well.
So she'd like to push her own world record up by half a kilo that she set in Japan.
Yeah, and I think this is a really clever move as well. She's clearly secure in the gold medal. Yeah, no one is going to challenge for the gold medal, so now she gets an early shot at the world record. And if it pays off, gets a second one.
I feel like she's really got a lot of momentum at the moment. Everything's going really well for her.
Yeah, it certainly has been, and I think you can really ride on that, and it certainly helps your lifts a lot.
Confidence counts for so much with lifting. And that's a new world
should
record.
Be the world record.
Lyudmila
It is
Pochenko.
new world record at 1:48, and she tippy toes off the platform there.
That was a happy dance.
That was the happy dance.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
So that's where we are going into round 3, with Pochenko sitting with a world record, and she's completely dominant in that class, so that will be the world title as well. And Shabo in a similar position. Maybe she's going to go for... She is.
Yep,
she's put it in.
She's put it in at 152.
She's going to have a go for the world record on a third. Fantastic. In the meantime, we have Sevilla Sakute from Lithuania. She missed her opener, nailed it on her second. She's gone up 2.5 to 65.
Yeah, I think she's got the confidence after that 62.5 on a second.
I think that was just
confidence
nerves.
is through the roof now. And that was the confidence that she got from a second there.
It wasn't an easy press, but it was a successful
one. It wasn't,
one.
and she is over the moon with that.
And we have her teammate out next, Lena Weinberger. She missed this for her second. This is 85 again.
Because her opening lift was really good, and on this one I think she just really got out of position. She has only been competing for 4 years, and there is a lot to remember when you're on that bench. Oh, she's going to grind through it. I think she's going to get it there.
She's got it.
She does. She gets it on the board.
85.
That was a tough lift. Yeah, she just gets a little bit out of position at the bottom. She tucked her elbows back in that time, which was much better, and that gave her the position to drive through.
I can see the legend that is Daiki Kadama cheering on the ladies in the crowd today.
He is a fantastic sportsman,
He's been coaching, he's been lifting, and he's cheering the lifters on.
Yeah, he has been here all week. If he's not coaching or lifting, he's sitting here in the audience cheering everyone on.
This is April Goodfellow, 102.5. She took a PB for 100 for a second. And this will move it on a little bit. Yeah, that was a really well judged third,
that was
I think.
a really well chosen lift there. Just on the edge. Could have possibly gone a little bit more, but that was a good bet, that one. Very nicely done.
This is Kinga Mojidlovska, and she is sitting in third place at the moment. She's just going to try and push it out another 2.5 kilos to defend against fourth and fifth place lifters who are coming after her.
Yeah, look, I think this is really good. She hasn't gone crazy and tried to do something she can't do to defend. She's just saying, you know what, I'm going to put on what I can put on, and we'll see if you can come after it. Yeah, and if you look at the board and the lifts, you know, the odds are in her favour if she puts this on. Oh, can she keep it grinding? She just can't quite get there.
Oh, she's going to have a nervous few minutes now
so
in the back.
That bronze medal is under pressure now.
We've got a change. So Lydia North had 105 put in. Oh, look, there she's exactly the same body weight, 2 decimal places as the Polish lifter. Now that's difficult because that means it's first past the post.
Yep.
However, the Polish lifter missed her 105. So
she stays. She goes 105. So we are back in order now.
So Abdurimova has put 2 changes in. She's back to 105. I think there's a little bit of contesting for who was going to go out first.
I think she's
there.
also banking on the fact that North has to jump 10 kilos to get that 105.
And that's a long way north of what she's ever done in the past. So here's Abduimova for 105 to take third place.
Yeah, if she can get this, she's going to have to keep those feet off the rack, though. The referees are looking very closely.
She's got the command.
Yeah, that's a good view there. You can see she's moved them in a bit. Oh, and it's just a bit too much there.
I wonder if that, because those really high arch positions are often quite fragile to changes in setup.
Yeah, once you change just a little bit, it can really make the difference.
Now sometimes when because of lockdown, some lifters have been coached remotely. That's something that a coach won't always pick up from videos. So, this is Lydia North. This is a big ask, to be honest.
It is. It's well above her personal best. So right now, the Polish lifter is holding on to that bronze medal.
She's never attempted more than 97.5 in competition before.
Her two previous lifts were very, very good. But 10 kilos is a big jump.
Oh, you know, that was a great effort. I thought for a moment that was going.
She had a good descent and it looked really good coming off the chest, but just couldn't quite get the drive.
I think she'll have that next time out, you know. Look at how well she...
Yeah, she lost the
not
power
quite
once
there,
her hips started to lift.
But
a great effort, though.
Yeah, she's come on a long way. Kate Swetman next for 110. This match is the best she's done in competition. She did 110 at the British bench back in August. She has the biggest equipped bench in the UK in British powerlifting at 180.
This will hold her ranking in fourth. Yeah, just a bit too much today.
Do you know, she's travelled a long way. She's been
travelled
back
a long
home,
way twice.
She's come out again. It's a difficult thing to manage.
Not just once, twice.
Yeah. So that leaves her in fourth place. She took a bronze medal in the equipped, fourth place in the classic, in a field of absolute legends.
Yeah, it's a really tough field to be in, isn't it?
So here's Zadira Bukampatova.
Yeah, and she's played a really good game today. She put on a good opener. She secured that silver medal. No one was going to touch it. She knew gold was too far out of reach, and she just did her numbers. And 117.5 to 125.
Nice. Very nice indeed.
Done. You know, if I'm sitting in that gold medal position, I'm going to be watching her over the next several months because she is really strong.
So we have Ina Arabets next. She's in third place at the moment. This will move her up to silver, but then Okatenko gets the opportunity to come out and respond.
Yeah, again, I mean, Ina has played a really smart game here. You know, she's very experienced, obviously not just lifting, but coaching, refereeing.
And she's getting a lot of support for this.
Yeah, she's fired up for this one. It's not the heaviest she's lifted before, but it's been a very, very busy week for her. Oh, and it's just a bit too much today.
But she takes the bronze medal.
She certainly does, and she takes it with style.
50 years old and taking the bronze medal in the Open.
In the
That's superb. And now we have Zenia Okatenko. She's changed. She's made a change. And she's coming out for 130.
Yeah, well, she's securing that silver medal now. And I imagine 130 is a personal goal. Every athlete comes to these competitions with their own little personal goals. Some are PBs, some are lifts they haven't done for a while, some are national records.
I haven't got any results for her at all for the last couple of years, so hard to say what she's been up to.
And look, and this could well be a personal goal or something that she hasn't lifted for some time.
Oh, wow.
Wow, she made that look easy.
Super easy. And that gets her the silver medal in the super heavyweight.
She could have thrown on another 10K and done that, I think. That would move so fast. Brilliant.
So we have a world record attempt coming up. We thought she might take a run at it. This is Agnes Shabo for 152 kilos on the dot.
And why not? You've got the gold medal. You know, it's not a huge jump to 152.
She's benched 148 in the past. She's looked strong. She had a go at this back in 2018, so she's been chipping away at it for a while.
Yeah, this has been on her mind for a long time. She closes her eyes at night. 152, 152, 152.
This was set in Calgary 2018, so it stood a while.
Can she take the record home to Hungary?
Oh, not quite.
Just not today.
Not quite. It looked like it was going well,
yeah,
but
she
then
handled the descent well. I do like that smile and that attitude, though. It's just not today. She's a world champion, though.
Comes down well.
Yeah, came off the chest well.
No, I don't think she got anything wrong as such. It just was just. But it's surprising, isn't it? Because the 145 moved so well.
Yeah, a bench is so fragile, though.
So here we go with Pochenko. She took the world record while she extended her own world record with 148.
And now she wants to put a number on that world record that is going to stand for quite some time, I would imagine. She is absolutely dominating this class.
So I think this is more than has ever been done at an IPF international.
Oh, I think she's done it.
I think she's got it.
It was a tough one, but I think she's there. She is. 2 white lights.
She's a world champion, and she has benched more than anyone has ever done before in any weight class in an IPF international.
That is a world record that I think will stand for some time.
I think it is. That was absolutely superb. Well, what a brilliant start to the day, to our last day of competition. We have the medal ceremony coming up very shortly, and then we have the men's heavyweight and super heavyweight coming up at 11. Please do join us then.
of Lithuanian Powerlifting Federation, Erlandas Petrauskas. So in 84 weight class in open, third place with a result 102.5 kilos to Mazilowska Kinga from Poland. Second place with the result 125 kilos to Bermufamedova Zadira from Kazakhstan. And first place with the result 155 kilos to Pochenko Lyudmila from Russian Olympic Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the anthem of Russian Olympic Committee. In the 84 plus weight class in the open, third place with the result 120 kilos to Rabets Inna from Ukraine. Second place with the result 130 kilos to Okatenko Zenia from Kazakhstan. And first place with the result 145 kilos to Jabo Agnes from Hungary. So ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Hungary. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and now we will award Best Lifter of these competitions of Women Open. So third place with the result 105 points IPFGL to Kozrik